All right. I'd like to welcome everyone here. Appreciate your time. Anthony, you want to go ahead and start us off, please?
Yes, sir. Hey, Trevin, hope you're doing well. I guess just to start, I guess just what have you guys noticed about Duke on tape? Just what stands out about them as you guys I guess go through the scouting process?
Just a very solid team all around. Obviously, they got a lot of pieces. They got shooters. Obviously the big kid Boozer, he's gonna play like a bulldog. So we know it's gonna be a scrappy game going in. Um, that's pretty much it.
You mentioned Cam Boozer there. Obviously, he's you know one of the big time freshmen in a very deep freshman class. I guess just how do you guys go about preparing for a guy like him who is as versatile as he is?
Yeah, obviously we know how talented he is, and how skilled he is. So, we just prepare for him, like we would anyone else. Obviously he gets a little bit more attention. But we prepare for this team just like we do with any other team as far as scouting, but we just focus on different things and, with him, we'll just focus on a different set of things. So.
And then last one from me for now. Coach Cal has talked a lot about needing to, I guess, improve the physicality, just kind of inside. I guess just how are you guys kind of going about trying to do that? And just what have you guys noted, I guess, in the last few days of practice in that regard?
Yeah, I mean, it just starts with practice. We just been going at it, doing box out drills. We know what type of game it is going to be. We know we got to be more physical. We watch all the film of our previous games, so we know we got to be better going into Duke.
Matt.
Yeah, hey Trevin, thanks for the time. Just was kind of curious what stands out most and what you remember from the Duke game a few years ago.
It was really hard to say. That was a totally different team, to be honest, in the way they played, and uh, I feel like so. I mean, I don't know. It was a good game though. It was a fun game to play in for sure.
Yeah,
A lot of adrenaline going in.
yeah, I guess anything about the atmosphere then, I guess.
That was a little whiteout game we had. So I mean, it was a good atmosphere. It was a good, you know.
Have you been overhearing any excitement from the freshmen just getting to go to an NBA arena?
Yeah. I mean, I'm pretty sure everybody's excited. I don't know about anyone else on this team, but I never got to play in is it Chicago's in Chicago's arena. So to go there, it'll be crazy. Just all the history that's there. With Michael Jordan, Derrick Rose, people like that. So.
Yeah, I guess kind of what's the mindset of the team, just maybe getting another shot on a national stage after Michigan State.
Yeah, I mean, we know how big this game is. We know it's going to be a tough game and a really good team. So, we're just, our mindset is just being, razor sharp, locked in and just focusing on these practices leading up and then just going out there and playing.
And then last one for me, obviously the freshmen on both sides, a storyline. I guess looking back, if you were a freshman going into this game, knowing what you know now, what would you be telling yourself?
Man, there's going to be a lot of adversity to go through in the game, just as far as, emotions and, the type of game it's going to be. So just staying grounded and staying level-headed.
Daniel.
Yeah, Trevin, Duke's one of the better three-point shooting teams in the country. After you guys gave up 15 against Winthrop a couple weeks, or I guess it was last week. Just curious what the plan is for keeping those guys off of the out of the perimeter.
Man, just run them off the line, closing out to their shoelaces. We've been practicing that, ever since, the game we gave up 15 threes. So, that's a big emphasis for us is not giving up threes. And, we're just going to try to go out there and run them off the line, and we will run them off the line.
Yeah, and then on Cam Boozer, I mean, is there what's the game plan for how do you guys guard him? Is it a lot of double teaming? Is it just a lot of help? What's the plan on stopping him?
Well, we can't give away all the secrets yet. We gotta keep that in house till we play them. So I mean, y'all will get to see it on Thursday.
Thanks, Trevin.
Jackson.
Sorry, TB. One more Cam Boozer question for you. When you said, I think you called him a bulldozer or something in the paint, his physicality, how does that most stand out when you watch the film of him?
Just when he's driving, he just trying to bulldoze his way in and then get his own rebound. So, we just know we gotta be physical with him. We'll do that.
Their whole team's long, like even in the backcourt. What are some of the challenges maybe that a team with that kind of length presents?
I mean, they're just a good defensive team. We know they get after it on defense. The length. I don't know if we've played a team, with their type of length, so we'll see how we adjust to it. But I mean, we got length too, so it should work itself out.
Have you sensed like a different energy maybe this week in practice? The 4 game homestand's over and just not only Duke, but what you guys have coming down the road.
Yeah, absolutely. Coach Kyle, definitely is turning it up these last, couple days. He's making sure we're ready. Um, as far as being mentally ready and, physically ready. So.
Do you know what the Thanksgiving plans are? Big meal tonight when y'all get to Chicago? Any celebrations?
Uh,
Wednesday night.
Wednesday, we'll do something Wednesday night, probably in Chicago. Eat a nice little dinner with, family that comes to Chicago. So.
Appreciate it, TB.
Yeah.
Hutch?
The guys asked pretty much everything I had, but I did have one more. You talked about getting another chance at a big, high-profile game after Michigan State. What about you personally? Are you have extra motivation given that the Michigan State game wasn't your best performance?
Yeah, absolutely. I feel like, I know showed when we were at Michigan State and, uh, I was disappointed in the way I played. So, obviously I'm trying to bounce back, in this big time game on a big time stage. Um, and just go out there and just, play with confidence and just let it all out.
Daniel, you got anything?
Yeah, I just got one quick one. A lot of teams this week are playing, 3 games in 3 days. Y'all are just playing the one, and I'm curious, having done both, especially, at your time here at Arkansas, is there one you prefer, and what's kind of the difference in preparing for the two?
The one game is, with the one game, I feel like you get more time to prepare, obviously, because, most teams probably take a little break before they leave. Because, that's a long stretch of games. It's hard playing 3 games in a row. You got to wake up and play again, and then you could go to overtime, and, you got to wake up the next morning and play again. So it's just takes a toll on your body, especially whenever you're traveling far away for a tournament like, like Maui or something. It's just tiring on the way back. I feel like it weighs on you for a couple of days, but.
Anything else, Daniel? Good?
Yeah, I'm good. Thanks.
Appreciate your time. Thanks so much.
Thank you, guys.